So, what do you guys do? What do you do?
You're dumbfounded. No.
Just take a moment to just let it settle for a moment. Just,
Yeah, honestly, in the past, technically, hour that we've experienced, a lot's happened.
I appreciate you say technically hour.
Yeah, technically it's been like 3, but like we've experienced 1.
We've experienced 4 hours in the span of 1.
We've
don't have to-
experienced 4 hours, yeah, so what about fifth one?
No!
Definitely back off.
I don't think he knows about fifth one.
Definitely shut up!
Well, I guess we're needed in the gardens, huh?
Right, yes.
Get
I'll
going.
make a present.
You know what?
I'm not
We're in
going.
charge. I'm not good. No, we're in charge of security of someone very important here. I'm well within my rights.
You know what? You are absolutely right. Let's see them say no.
Oh, wait, let me put it to...
Thank
there
you.
Now she can't get out the door.
This door wasn't big enough.
I know, but it'd be really funny if you couldn't. Like, you're like, you know what? She can come in, and then you're like,
She
fuck,
can't leave.
I
Conjure
have to.
Edelweiss and she immediately like nuzzles her snout. Is it called
Aw.
snout?
Yeah,
The-
nose.
the- like this, yeah.
Yeah,
Nuzzles her
snout.
snout into you, and you telepathically. What did I miss?
We're on security detail now.
She goes quiet at that. Hmm. As long as we're still able to move around, not be stuck to the person we're defending.
Maybe.
We're dragoons. We go where we're needed.
Cheap at that. Agreeing.
Faster than most, and he'll hop into the saddle.
Edelweiss goes, is this gonna be one of those escort quests where we have to like, follow them
my
the
God.
whole time?
Return to the mission area. I walked like 10 feet away from her.
I'm just trying not
Yeah,
to get
but her
fireballed.
legs are tired and she's slow.
Could she walk?
You
any
walk faster
slower?
than her. You walk faster than her on your walk speed, but you run faster than her. Oh. So yeah,
We'll
you have +1 to your party. Yeah,
About support
and
one, honestly.
she carries you, literal.
God damn it.
No, she doesn't carry us, she carries him.
Little princess up there.
Yeah. That's why it's so dainty.
Yeah, you are dainty.
So yeah, you guys gonna make your way to the guard? Question mark.
I don't see anything
I
else
think
for
so,
us to do.
Okay, so I'm gonna take you guys to this. Oh, but then we're definitely gonna go fast. So I'm just gonna give you guys a quick like layout of the chapel. So there's like obviously the main hall, and then there are pathways that lead to an outdoor courtyard area. Right, so like there's like imagine like the fucking halls of Harry Potter. Right, there's like railings, but there's like a central courtyard that the railings go by. There are wings that go off in both directions. There's actually a term for this for chapels, but I forget the actual term.
Vestibule? No, wait, that's the.
It might be vest. It might be. It might be actually. But you guys know what I'm saying. Then there are some other pathways that lead to
Vestibule is the entrance.
a tower and a stable area. Then there is it goes into like a more of a residential quarters, and then veering here are these. There you go. This leads to the grand garden space outside. Right, so like the residential quarters have like a direct like pathway to the gardens. Okay, so that's a quick rundown. And you see in this quarter, our financial results will be this one. Synergies, baby, synergies. This is what he is boxing in.
You're not at work anymore. It's okay.
Can't turn off. As long as drawing boxes. I appreciate it. I see little boxes being drawn.
Uh-oh.
The problem is I can't delete only my stuff. If I delete stuff, I'll delete all of it. So, but you guys get what I'm saying. You guys get what I'm saying. So as you guys are making your way towards the gardens per Roland's request, you guys encounter a random encounter. No, I was kidding. You guys encounter a not random encounter, an expected encounter. I don't know. Seemingly not having regrouped with their companies, their factions. By hands. I can see it.
It's very specific.
It is very specific. You guys encounter Vital, but he's not alone.
Who's
He's your
with
partner.
him? Drum roll.
Yeah, baby.
Let's
As
go,
you guys
baby.
are walking into like the central open air courtyard, you guys see Vital stands up like, what's his name? Ensha in Elden Ring? Ensha?
Yeah.
Yeah, he stands up like Ensha, like a leg bent, like leaned against the wall, arms crossed, whereas Aubrey is standing there looking a little awkward at his absolute silence, as clearly both of them are waiting for you guys.
No, she just needs to put her hand like against the wall next to his head.
Oh, Kevin don't.
Yeah, Kevin on the shit out.
Even though he's like taller than her.
It's not
Did you
about
get the
height, it's
stool?
about presence.
She gets a little soapbox on Kevin don't. Anyways.
Damn.
My eyes are up here.
I know. Anyways. As you guys are making your way, he hears and turns to you guys and begins like unleans from alone, stands up and stands a bit at attention. Pathfinders, I would request to be there with you when you meet with Lady Aurelia. Aubrey gives like a sheepish smile to you guys, like, sorry. Vital, we have to go meet with our factions. Yeah, and you're here playing hooky as well. So we're both at fault. She rolls her eyes. Sorry. She says, looking at you two. Listen. He says, looking at Aubrey, but it's clearly meant for all of you. I'm not like you. I need time to prepare. The faster I know what I'm getting into, the more time I have. He looks to you guys. So I would like to be there to know what I'm getting into.
That's an unreasonable request.
You guys do see that Aubrey has like a
That's a good one.
confused look on her face on the like you comment. She's like, what?
I'm not opposed. I'm not a knight. I don't care if you get in trouble for this.
I have leave from my faction. She says, and then he glacially turns to look at Aubrey and like quirks it out, like, unlike you, one of us. And she gets like a harumph look on her face. So do I. Oh. She turns back to you guys. Immediately goes neutral, like, okay, fair enough.
I think it's wise if we want to cooperate, Night Prospects and Pathfinders, in this, that you should be present. What do you guys think? Turn to the party.
The more the merrier.
I think
I
the
would say.
two seeming heads of the prospects will be very fitting to be there.
We're not the heads.
He looks over to her like, come on. Whether she knows it or not, she's kind of unintentionally taking that position.
One of us is. If you guys want to, you can roll insight on reading a person with same dour micro expression equivocal to the kid. Oh, I guess the kid is not dour.
Yeah. Go on.
Oh, you don't have a bitch.
Oh, that
I
shit.
think
Yeah, sure. I'll
personally
do it.
think he means her.
Mhm.
One of us is. It's not me.
Why is Ace rolling? Oh wait, no.
It's
Oh,
it's
you
not
can
Ace.
say
I
Ron,
just
Ron,
have his
yeah.
yeah.
All good,
I
all
just
good.
have his name clicked.
Oh, Irina, can I get a reroll, please?
Yes, you may.
my
Hello,
beloved.
Irina.
Thank you, my beloved.
So I think that's all of you but Roma. Unless Roma, you actually do have a source of advantage.
Kari helps her.
No. Files will
I
help
have
you.
I have a lucky.
Files will help you.
Oh, thank you, Fayez.
Hold me, Files.
Please, my
yeah.
sign of need.
So yeah, you guys all succeed. And Caradoc. Well, we're just gonna take the 28 you got before as the advantage.
Oh, I prefer that. Thank you.
Yeah, I figured you would. I am
Yeah,
lawfully
that
bound to do that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I am.
Wag
nothing if
finger
not
at you.
predictable.
Yeah, but yeah, Caradoc, you are right, and you guys all get the same insight that Caradoc does. Yeah, he doesn't mean himself. He means her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Either by swallowing his pride or some other reason, he knows that in terms of leading the other knight prospects, they're gonna flock more to her than him. Yeah, a little peek into Vital's mind.
He's fucking irreplaceable on the battlefield. He is not the captain.
He's not the captain. New. New. Well, she takes a step aside. Shall we then? Well, let's flank you guys. And so,
then we go.
On we go.
on the road again. Alright, let me change the music from... As much as I love Lane Doe music, it's one of my go-to prep songs. As much as I love it, I think I got something a little bit better.
Why do you love it?
I love it.
Why don't you marry it?
I'm saving that for you.
There for you,
I was-
sweet cheeks.
I will say, like, the film crew I was with yesterday, it was so homosexual vibes. Like,
I'm
one of them I met last Friday, and we immediately were like, yeah, I was like... "Mwah."
I'm so sad I couldn't be there to witness.
So, you guys head out back to the garden. Le Jardin. We're in a different way from the flower gardens of the Vestal Grove Festival. There you go. Where it's like a more knee height or like waist height like garden that you could see with some like hedges here and there. This place is basically encapsulated entirely in and of itself, a private garden, utterly, with open free space in the middle, with some flower beds, benches, fountains, things of that assortment here and there. This entire place is clearly meant for more separated conversations. And there you see Aurelia, who is examining a oh god, what are those called? You guys told me in the past and I forgot it. Like the cross pattern, like the wooden cross patterns that have like flowers and other vine works going on. What's it called? Lattice, thank you. Examining a lattice full of different flowers that are trailing down it, either because they grow on it or because they are laden with decoration. And she has a bit of a somber look on her face. Not hopeless, which is nice, but somber nonetheless. And of course, attending her is Mercer, who is stood by her side and keeping an eye in like a general watchful and vigilant way. But as you guys enter into the garden space, he like leans and whispers over at her, probably indicating that you guys are here. Allow me to put them on L map.
Mappo. Do we have like
Oh,
a
Mappo.
group token? No, we don't.
No, you guys
Of course.
don't. But hey, if Kirsty finishes that coin, we can make that.
Yeah.
Hey, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
Oh,
that's
yeah.
my job for my days off next week. So
Little
You got
tap.
days off next week too. Let's go. You really are like, hey,
hey,
hey, yo, wait, why are our schedules alike? That's cosmic coincidence.
I don't like that.
My powers.
That's bad.
We have to.
Dude, I had something yesterday where, like, you guys ever have a moment where you feel like it's not deja vu because that implies like it's happened before, like, but like you foresaw it happening? Yeah, I had that
Yeah.
twice back to back yesterday, where one of my coworkers
God.
made a bad joke, and I told him that I was like, I remember, I feel like I've lived this. I remember that bad joke, and he's just like, bro. But yeah, I had like two
Premonition.
back to back moments of that where I'm like, am I prophetic? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It was crazy.
Finally breaking in.
yeah,
Finally.
such a
So-
very fun thing about that, but I can't remember it right now. It's some psychology phenomenon. But anyway, continue.
So, you guys enter into the lovely and peaceful garden. And Aurelia turns to greet you. Pathfinders. Please,
Aurelia?
she gestures at a nearby gazebo, which has plenty of benches and seats and a tea table set up, little finger sandwiches, obviously a couple pots of tea, cups, etc. Please, Let us convene. What's up?
Sugar cubes.
Sugar cubes, of course.
No, that horse is
Immediately
open
know
up that sugar cube bowl.
You guys meet in the middle at this gazebo as she and Mercer walk over. Night prospects. Lady Aurelia? Vital just nods, like, yo. Might I speak to the Pathfinders alone for a moment? Before, a short thing. Aubrey looks confused and turns to Vital. Certainly. He taps Aubrey on her shoulder. Come on. Okay. The two of them take their leave. She watches as they walk away, and could get some assurance that they're out of earshot. Let me begin with I am sorry with what happened to your friend, as well as Lord Damon's insensitive comment. You would think a member of the Knights like that would be more knowledgeable on the happenings.
It
It
was.
certainly was.
We spoke with him.
And I hope he made apology.
Dolly nods like, sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, kinda.
All is forgiven.
There's not ill will. Oh, what's the comment?
Très
He
bien.
says, I don't like.
Then, I'm happy to hear that. Then allow me to continue with an equally private matter. It is bold and brave of you to help Eulonia in its hour of need. She looks around, looks at Mercer, who gives her a nod. This conversation is private. There are no other knights here. No one would fault you for stepping away from this. This is a perilous quest, and we would understand if you don't want to put your lives on the line for a country who's not your own, save for one. Two, she says, looking at Eva. No one would fault you. We would find an alternative solution. We have allies beyond our borders that can help us. You've always met the past team. I just don't want you all to be thrust into the spotlight and obligated to help when your heart is not there. It would be unfair. So please, speak your mind and your heart.
Falk is immediately considering taking this offer.
Oh, well, if you say so.
It's tempting, but I feel like we're looking at across at the party members. I feel like we're too bought in at this point here.
Nod.
This is Caradoc's homeland, and Arnie, for how short a time we knew him relatively, he was one of us, and he died because of this.
You guys see Mercer behind Aurelia shake his head. Time doesn't make a friendship.
Nods in full agreement, just like, yep.
Yeah.
Man's fucking wise.
Maybe a number of weeks ago, I would have taken that offer and been out of here already, but she shakes her head. There's too much here. Looks at the rest of the party.
Jin sort of chuckles. It's like, oh, we already attempted to save a town, why not a nation?
Right.
Mina guffaws at that.
We won't have to.
Yeah, we survived.
Challenge us.
We survived 2 Newmen fighting each other, huh? Definitely ain't a Newman. Maybe we'll be punching down, eh?
At least this time there isn't an apocalypse going on.
Don't. Knock on wood.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, Dahlia side eyes Aurelia. Y'all don't have like a disease going around, do you? Killing people.
If
And, like, take
there
over their
is, I am not aware of it.
That's probably... You're probably a good measure for that. You'd probably know.
I think Irina
I
would
am-
say at this point she'd probably know.
I would.
And there's not?
No, and even if there was, I can cure you of it anyways.
Right, so that shouldn't even stop us anyway. Tally's a little bit of like,
You tried so hard.
You hear in your voice, Lotravu go, we tried our best.
Where these knuckleheads go, I'll follow.
Hey, I took offense to that.
Are you saying it's inaccurate?
You're welcome.
Yeah, I see Fire's knock on his
No.
head. My head is not a knuckle.
To answer your question, Lady Aurelia, mild hesitation, but we are in a good spot.
Yeah, no, that's fucker killed my friend. No, we're going.
Maybe not
I'm
mild
making
hesitation.
nips out of his feathers.
yeah,
Vigorous
big nod,
nod.
like, you know what? Yeah.
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 Actually, no. Let's turn him into a hat, a feathered hat.
I think that's
Yeah,
too decent for what we should turn him into.
You see
A
Mercer
toothbrush?
like chuckle, like hide it or hold back a chuckle, like.
That settles it. Our path led us here for a reason.
Providence, according to Lord Demon.
Maybe so.
If we are, Eva says, turn to all of you guys, affirming this quest, and it sounds like we are. She looks to you guys for any last naysays.
Does she want one of us to naysay?
Yeah. I'm not gonna, but I'm looking at her. Does she want us to?
Roll insight.
I'll hit
Yeah,
you with an
alright.
insight. I don't know if she's stumbling
Can
anymore.
I join in that insight roll?
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I haven't getting good rolls.
Oh, damn it. She barely beat me.
Oh, speaking of getting good rolls,
Yeah.
With the 20.
that's
Yeah.
2 nat 20s for you today.
Yeah. Oh, girl.
Maybe that's the key. I just have to be tired as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the key.
Well, you're not saying it's not working, though.
No.
I mean, it's working today, but
Yeah.
let's just hope she doesn't fall
Disadvantage?
asleep. That's all I have to say.
He has disadvantage.
Yes.
What's the hits 11? We'll see.
Better stay awake, girlie.
Mm.
Takari will give Jin advantage. Fias will give Karadok advantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mary.
Like a book.
She is looking for a little bit of plausible deniability on this. Good. I'll say this. If you guys beat her, you can tell that she wants that plausible deniability. If you got what's plus 5? 23? Yeah, 18 plus 5 is 23. If you got 23 or above, you guys can also discern that, how to say this? She doesn't want to. She wants to be here to help. Her initial instinct is looking for a reason of plausible deniability, but her heart's not in the pursuit of plausible deniability.
Aw.
She's in the between. She's wibbly wobbly, but she finds apparently nothing as she scans across your guys' faces. Sounds like we are. I have something to confess to you, Aurelia. Oh? I'm not a Nightshade Knight. I know. Right. I imagine you figured that out when they walked into the room. No, I knew beforehand. What? I knew when we met. I have some familiarity with the Nightshade Knights, actually. Then why did you... She smiles at her. You were stressed. And I could tell you wanted a persona, a cover, to feel safety behind. You didn't affirm to me you were a Nightshade Knight. But the suggestion of it gave you some clemency from Lady Michaela, no? So you knew the whole time. I knew you more than you said. She smiles at her, and I am eager to learn who the true you is.
Jin looks between the two of them, seeing very similar psychological shit going down, but very different reasons as to why. Wow, you two are related.
Yeah.
Modus operandi.
Thank you.
You see Eva put a hand to her head. You can tell that sends her reeling. I'm at a loss.
Ooh.
Might we talk, then? Privately? Aurelia turns from Eva to you guys. Back to her. Your compatriots had stood with you through your lies. Shouldn't they be allowed to stand here through truth? Eva turns to you guys like,
He's doing like a face that would normally be accompanied by like two fingers touching.
Oh no.
Very well. I'm very well. Aurelia smiles, triumphant. I'm not a Eulonian. I'm Svellian. I was born in a land far from here, far east of here. I'm only Eulonian for a cover on the skies. Aurelia nods, like, oh, interesting. Like, she's taking it in, like, just, like, letting it happen, like, just taking it in.
Sure. Tell yourself we need to.
My father is here in Eulonia on his own, less covert now, but covert operation. Aurelia thinks for a moment. And you were born in this Svalk Empire? Yes. You have other suspicions? No, I don't doubt that you were born somewhere else, but I don't think it is coincidence that you and I look the same. Nor do I think it coincidence that you are here now to meet your, she smiles, twin sister. You guys see Eva sort of not cringe at that, but lean back, like unsure if that really is true.
You could move when they could not. Nods at the other foreigners.
Perhaps. Where were you born? I was born here in Eulonia, supposedly. I was raised in the house Lasso, but I had a short stint of childhood with the Nightshade Knights.
Wait.
Not terribly long though, only a scant, less than a year, but I remember it fondly. It is how I know Caspian. He was also there.
Makes sense.
But eventually my relatives took custody of me. I have been told, but not informed, that I have a different last name. But no one would dare mention it. It seems how and she does say our, gesturing between her and Eva. Our lineage is lost, scrubbed away, said behind closed doors. Eva thinks for a moment. The cover identity I have is Evangeline Letourneau. You guys see Aurelia's eyes widen? Letourneau. She wags a finger. I recognize this. In my aunt's memoirs. Perhaps that is our true name. Eva shakes her head. It's not. She looks over at you guys, specifically at you, Falk. My true name, as I know it now, is Angelica. Angelica Vogel.
Vogel being the Sviaran word for bird as well.
And Lasso being the same. So, Eulonia. She turns to her sister. This many coincidences. I was told at a young age that coincidences can only happen once. After that, they become a pattern. You guys hear Eva revert back to her Eulonian disguise, quote-unquote disguise. I'm at a loss. I'm not at a loss, but I am at a crossroads. But we can discuss more on it later. Is that okay? Angelica? Stick with Eva for the time being, please. I'm still in disguise. I understand. You guys can hear suddenly a chirp of some like audio feedback that you guys would associate with Nova. It's a whistle coming from Mercer, like, woo, like. I always knew you were crazy. Really? I didn't think you were this crazy. You want to talk? He shrugs, like, yeah, I guess I am. But I'm looking forward to our familiar conversation later. But I believe we have sent out Vital and Aubrey for long enough, no? Right.
Can I insight check Angelica to see how she's feeling after the talk?
You may insight roll Angelica Vogel if you so wish.
Is Irina helping? Is she also invested
Yeah.
in this?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's what'd you roll? 9? 9?
Yeah, I only have +2.
9?
Kind insight for you,
Can
Nine.
I insight as well?
Sure. So about that recap inspiration.
Yeah.
True.
Well, let's
I'm
see
beating you
what-
to it. It's time.
Dolly
Really
rolled
good.
good.
But actually about the recap inspiration, if you're not using it now.
I feel like
I was like,
Monsieur Jin. Mr. Kirby, they're all-
Monsieur J.
all listening to
Yeah.
pretty good
I mean,
stuff.
he's
That
next door to
said,
Eulonia. That said, I wouldn't
That
mind
said-
her taking it. Or you taking it, sorry.
Garth also was a huge chat that circled around the title to see if to make sure that we colored it.
Yeah, yeah.
I see the
Unprompted,
hustle.
I might add.
Unprompted.
I think he deserves inspiration for that. Honestly.
And no, there's no ulterior motive for that comment that you just made right now.
I mean, I'm gonna
right?
take the recap inspiration anyway. So
Okay. No.
He's just trying to double down. on it.
I will give an inspiration to Garth, not because of the circle thing, not solely at least, but because he did take good notes. He got the tarot cards, right? So it's a culmination of effort earns him the inspiration, sure.
Yeah, being a nerd who takes notes pays off for once.
Thank you.
You know,
Garth.
thought me recapping the shouting
about
match was
This
impressive.
once.
The shouting man. Well, you know, if you didn't dub it as shouting, then maybe you might have. But
I guess you shouted yourself in the foot.
I did, yeah. I shouted myself in the foot.
I do appreciate that you started
You're
with that,
bad.
because I
You're
was
terrible.
fully lost on where it started.
I know.
so yes, you guys have your respective inspirations,
Thank you.
and I assume you're not using it, Alec.
I mean, yeah, no, fuck it, I'll use it here for all the effort.
Okay. Oh,
Alright.
oh,
Worth it. For
oh.
the nat 20 alone, worth it.
For adding something to my permanent Vicky. It'll be worth it. Also, that's like 3 nat 20s now, like in the game today. Shit, that's crazy.
Should do a combat.
That's wild. Yeah, we should do a combat. Yeah, you guys were definitely.
we take them now. All these nat 20s.
No. No.
Yeah, the nat 20 ain't gonna save the DC 50 wisdom save. In original, it might. No, I don't know if it does or doesn't. Anyways, yeah. So you two insight Angelica, Eva, and she is, how to say this, quintuply more confused about herself now, but only a quarter as dismayed as before the tournament.
Aw.
There is like a certain
Yay.
solace. How to say this? She now knows what questions to ask. Right? Whereas before she had this nebulous, infinite schism of different ideas and avenues and pursuits, this maelstrom of what ifs. She now has a much more limited scope, right? I don't know what the exact wordation is, but it's like, it is the things you don't know that are whatever. It's the things that you don't know that are the real threat, right? You can't account for something if you can't even possibly fathom its existence. Right? You might not know it's raining tomorrow, but you can at least bring an umbrella. You might not anticipate, a lightning bolt striking you. There's nothing you can do for that. So, she's better? Question mark?
Sounds it.
You got better.
Yeah. So
A big part of recovery is knowing that there's a path forward.
Exactly. So, the Night Prospects are brought back into the room, but they are not alone. Well, there's two of them, so they were never alone in the first place, but you know what I mean. They are accompanied by the liaison that has been designated, Caspian.
Oh, yeah.
And Aubrey is doing her best to, include Caspian, she's, talking, but she's equivocally trying to get two silent people to talk to each other. So it's not going well as she gets brought back in. So eventually the two Night Prospects and the Knight enter into the room. And you guys can see Aurelia smile brighten as she sees Caspian. And the three of them, enter the same gazebo as you guys. Caspian. She goes over and gives him a hug, and he awkwardly, reciprocates it. It is good to see you. You look better. I don't imagine I look knight material. No, but I don't either. I mean, she rolls her eyes. I don't even really know how to swing a sword still. That makes two of us. Mercer shakes his head oh boy. Oh boy. You gotta defend someone that doesn't even know how to swing a sword. Fuck.
It's like Captain Shen and Mulan. You've got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Let's get down to business.
If I might prelude our conversation. Certainly. He turns to you, Talia, and an arm goes up to, or a hand goes up to his other arm's elbow, awkwardly.
Talia crosses her arms.
I take it you. No, you know.
Nod.
He deflates slightly, but somehow that's even possible.
I'm surprised you use the same name, knowing what I know now.
Right, hold on, let me use the other token. Where's the actual Caspian token? Did I not make an actual Caspian? Okay, I guess not.
I think you did.
You
thought
fucking
you
did. You
did.
showed us.
No, a multi-sided one. Here you go. He does take off his mask and reveal his more casual attire. Gustavo said I should play to what I know best, and I didn't think a false name was wise. I might not have responded to it as well.
Someone rather smart told me once that if you use the same beginning letter for your false name, it kind of works. Worked for me, at least.
I'll try to keep that in mind. This is the first time I've done deception work. You guys hear Vital scoff under his visor? This is the first time a Nightshade has had to deceive. Is that another bad deception in and of itself? No, it's true. I don't normally leave the monastery. Caspian speaks truth. He and I were both sheltered.
He was sheltered? No way.
Look the way he stands. He's not ready for the world. I take it our meeting was no chance encounter then.
He does not speak, he just shakes his head no.
Oh.
I can't tell if you're just really good at acting or if you actually do feel bad, but I'm not angry at you.
Really?
Nod.
That is
enheartening to hear.
Just don't make me regret not being mad at you.
I will do my best to strive for that.
I love this guy.
Mercer holds up a hand. Alright, hold up a second. So, how do you guys know each other? I feel like we missed. He gestures at him, Aurelia, Aubrey, Vital.
Anyone else?
I feel like we're missing some context here.
Yeah, who is this guy?
Talia looks at you.
Maybe that's
Oh,
what
rat.
the true deception of Caspian is. He's just such a mousy person that no one ever noticed him in the first place.
Yeah, he had like one dinner with us, and and him and Falk don't interact with each other at all.
Frankly,
Well,
I
he
totally
sat
forgot
with
about
us,
the dinner.
but here's a question that I have that I think will be funny. Did the rest of us ever find out about Falks and Roma's stealing?
No.
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 Okay.
No.
Sounds good.
Oh, I will say one thing. When I first showed off this version of the token, I said like, oh, there's something here. Like it was just whatever. Then now it's Nightshade tucked into his hair, but I can't edit that because I'm lazy. So
Fair enough.
It looks cool. It looks-
thing.
it looks close enough. It's got colors. It's in the shape of a flower. Maybe don't worry about it.
It looks
I
good.
think at
Don't
the
worry about
time I made a comment that it's like, oh, he has butterflies in his hair or some shit like that.
Yeah. I think that's what it's meant to be. But anyways.
What was the last thing said? Just asking how we met.
Yeah.
It was back in. Fuck, I'm suddenly forgetting. What's the name of the town we were in? Glenween. Thank you.
We were in the
It was back-
Pathfinder's Inn. I mean,
Glenween. When Eva and I actually went to this apothecary to go look for some supplies. And Caspian
Eva
was
has
sitting there
a dour look on her face. Like she's not glaring daggers at Casper, but she is glaring at him. Like I got outplayed. You son of a bitch.
dare you deceive me? Caspian was looking at books and offered to borrow me one.
And
Books on alchemy. You know, it's like yeah.
Dahlia nods back.
Ever student of the craft, hey Caspian? He like turns away, awkward, like no.
no.
Maybe.
I have my own personal
No.
interests.
Well,
Yeah,
at least
see
that
Vital
was a
shake his
lie.
head like this guy's a knight.
And you were ordered to do that by your order.
I was not alone in Glenween to receive your company. You spoke peripherally with one of the veterans of our order.
Lord Gustavo.
Correct.
He looks to you, Roman Badger.
I believe he had asked you two about Jin's combat capability.
And what did you
Hey.
say?
That was he.
Tagari also joins in. I like looks like raise an eyebrow, like go on.
I said you were super lame.
Yeah, very bad.
Yeah, I could beat you so easily.
That was
And
not
also,
what
you
was
told
on
the truth.
report.
That's all that is.
That's not what you tell him, though.
He'll get a big hedge.
I
I have
believe
a big
now
hat.
is the hour of truth.
Oh, the irony that the Nightshade Knight is saying that. He deflates further somehow, like, oh. He's right.
Guys,
do
leave
we-
us
do we know-
alone. He already feels
Two
bad.
questions. Two questions. Do we know Vital is from sunflowers? I believe we do. We know
Yes, 100%,
generally
yeah.
the sunflowers are not this disposition.
I think I would be fair to you guys met some chanters from the
Right, those
Right,
guys.
yeah.
They weren't knights. In fairness, they weren't knights, but you could get an idea that people of the Sunflower Order or the Sunflower region are usually pretty sunny, as the flower would imply.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that's fair.
Jim looked at Vitalis like, seems that inconsistencies with orders is very common around here. Wouldn't you agree?
He quirks an eyebrow. You glacially.
Get his
Touche.
eye.
What were we saying?
Just that wasn't what was recorded on the report.
And what was?
Out again, I don't recall the exact wordation.
Probably the exact opposite.
Yeah, I get that, but it's like I know you guys were throwing in your lots with Jin. I'm trying to think of the exact wordation. Regardless, he discloses. They had put their bets on you, confident that you'd be victorious. And you are. Takari, like, she puts a hand on the grip of her blade, like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
She, like, cocks her hip out, like, whatever.
I had never gambled before. It was thrilling.
And who is this Lord Gustavo? I don't recall.
I can answer, Caspian. Please do.
No.
Lord Gustavo Myers is a very tenured veteran in the Order of Nightshade. He is one of only a handful of lords in the Order of Nightshade. You already having met one of the other ones with Lord Damon. Lord Gustavo is probably the most known member of their order. He even helped train or trained with the Voice of Valor when she made her grand tour around Eulonia. He is well experienced and has proficiency and experience working with other factions, both in Eulonia's borders and beyond.
And beyond.
I understand that he has helped the Ash Wardens on a couple of their training regiments. He is very well experienced. He is a grand warrior, even if his age is... He grows quite at that, catching up to him. I'm sure he would reprimand you, Caspian, on speaking so dourly of his age. Probably remarking something along the lines of, he's not that old yet. Right. Is Lord Gustavo here, Caspian? No, I'm afraid he sent me ahead to meet with Lord Damon and the others. And he had obligations elsewhere. So we shan't be receiving him. I prefer not.
I assume his whereabouts are not to be disclosed.
I'm in no position to know them, much less disclose them.
Huh.
Lord Damon might have knowledge, but I am the newest Nightshade, so...
Right. How long did the Order know we were in Eulonia, and why seek us out?
We were told ahead of time, as far as I know, that you were en route to Eulonia. And we met you at Glen Nuin as we knew you were coming from the Free Realms. It was a major city.
I wonder who might have told you about them, about us.
Oh, it was Rita Jin. Not picking up that he already knows.
I've been so...
Must have been.
Who is Riza?
Someone
A friend.
knows Lord Diamond.
I see. I do not know from whom the information is sourced from. Lord Damon probably does, if you want to ask him later. But we knew that you were coming, and we did not know you were going to Glenduin, but it was the safest bet. I'm going to make a cheeky fires roll.
Come on, Fires.
Come on, be cheeky.
That's 20-something.
He looks at Eva. Traveling. Break out the accents. Traveling to a high traffic town for espionage. It seems you both play from the same book, Eva. Or being played by the same book, perhaps. Please continue, Caspian. Gutsy check for Caspian.
Come on,
Actually, nah, he doesn't have guts. I know who does got guts, though. Vital cuts in. So, Caspian. My apologies, Sir Caspian. Aubrey looks at Vital like, did you just offend him? She's like, oh. She's like, talking to him like, he's like, oh.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this guy does outrank him. Technically.
Thankfully. I don't know what else there is to comment on. We cast a sure net, and you landed in it. And there, me and Lord Gustavo met you.
Yeah, but to what end? Why catch us to begin with?
It was my understanding that we were to help guide you to this tournament. Though I made no mention of it myself. And I don't recall seeing Lord Gustavo's report saying he did either. So in that respect, I believe we would have failed.
Was it Eva that encountered that?
She had a little brochure, didn't she?
And Kara got super excited when he saw it.
Can you guys roll me a history check? I would do the same for Eva.
If I remember correctly, it was one of the border between the tourists and the accepted tourists.
Oh, Eva can't fathom it.
We also nice. We also heard
Big
about
brain
it from that merchant lady, whose name I forget.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yes and no.
That's
Eva asked about it from that merchant lady.
Oh, I see. She told us about the tournament.
Yeah. So she wasn't the source of it.
Yeah.
All those fucking nat 20s, Jesus Christ, bro.
Lord have mercy, calm down.
It's a hard DC, so like the nat 20 might. Roma, you're one off.
Oh,
that pisses me off.
it's a 20.
But Dahlia and Folk, thinking about it,
Excuse me.
you just think about it. It was actually Nimble who pointed it out to Eva to come to the Vessel Grove tournament, because this would be a tactically opportune location to find Medico.
Oh.
It's giving double agent.
I don't know what you're talking about. My new team coming on casting it.
Yeah, it also pairs with the fact that she never ended up finding Medico. She found something dramatically different.
I think if Falk doesn't immediately... Go ahead.
Oh, he will.
Oh, he will.
Alright, go on then.
I'm holding my gun kill shots right now.
Falk will, at Caspian's words, I would have thought we would have failed and I would have been called a bad boy. He looks to Angelica and says, but luckily we still heard about it, didn't we? I believe from a friend of yours.
She like has her hand, or one hand tucked under her other arm's elbow, and has that hand, that arm's hand at her chin, like contemplating. And then you say that, and her eyes widen, and she looks at you. Nimble.
Yeah, Nimble.
She pinches the bridge of her nose. How far does this go? You guys could see the despair returning back to her.
Oh, no!
Should have said nothing.
Shut the fuck up.
Aurelia does go over to her sister and put a hand on her shoulder.
Yes, bond points.
It's okay, Eva. No matter what, truths there are, what paths have to be traveled. She smiles. We'll do so together. That remains to be. Thank you.
So my going through now is Nimble is her father's Anbita.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is essentially her father's way of being like, hey, go to the tournament, meet your sister.
Yeah. Say hello to my fellow Nightshade Knights while you're at it.
No comment.
Well, regardless, we made our way here.
So we did.
And now we need to discuss the security and safety of Lady Aurelia. And the opposite for Deathwing?
Deathwing,
Mhm.
correct. There is an older name for it that I believe is lost in time. Deathwing is the modernification of it.
Maybe he'll enlighten us and share it with us before we kill him. If we can. His face kind of scrunches up.
On that, you guys see her like stand a bit more upright. That I'm more assured in speaking of, at least. So, Aubrey looks at him. What are we dealing with? Much. I'm afraid. Might I? He gestures at the tea table. Of course. Messa, would you? He looks at her like, bro, I'm your bodyguard, not your butler. Please? Fine. I'll help. They begin like moving stuff to like chairs nearby and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's not above menial work.
No. There are multiple ways we can approach this conversation. I will approach it in a more chronological manner, if that suffices for everyone.
Please.
Long ago, before the Clover King was the Clover King, he had a wife, and they lived alongside the wife's sister in a cottage near where Val Emmett is today. But not exactly there. Oh, my apologies, I did not say it, but hopefully it is understood. This is a secret. A national secret. So please, he looks to, the night prospects. Be mindful of who you tell it to. Your secret is safe with my indifference. And your secret is safe with me actually caring. She says, looking point of the head, but it's all like, dude. Dude.
Like, I'm not gonna tell anyone because I don't give a shit. It's like, I will actively make sure I don't tell anyone.
One day, our Clover King earned his kingship. I've heard a couple of different stories, but the one the Nightshade Order has aligned on was he was granted his divinity by a fisher he had met by the river. One who had been a Newman walking around. He thinks remote? No, not a Newman. He gave no protection to anyone, but he was a god. A dying god. Regardless of the truth of the tale, our Clover King gained his divinity and granted that same benediction to his close kin that shared his house. But that did not last. Eventually, our king's sister-in-law grew jealous. Had bouts.
and testings. And eventually, after she had done an unspeakable act, enough was enough. And he banished her, giving her a week to sort her affairs before her exile.
Yeah, see Mercer like sort of like stand a bit more upright. And it got mentioned at the chapel, like it's the same time frame that Deathwing gave.
Very
Yeah.
storybook-esque.
Yes.
The unspeakable act was stricken from history. And in order to ensure that it was struck from history, so too was the Witch Queen's name. But reference to her would still be found in our beloved Hunter Queen. And so she made the grandest sacrifice of all. She still stands with the Clover King in love, but in silence. We do not know the Hunter Queen's name, but such is the necessary sacrifice to ensure her sister holds the same anonymity. But the Witch Queen has the ability to reach beyond the ivory tower where she resides, and even now.
Ivory Tower.
What?
Bone white, like pale canvas, polished marble. Colonnade, towering into the sky, impossibly vast.
If rumor and legend are to be believed, that is an apt description of the ivory
I've
tower.
seen this tower.
It resides in a land beyond Eulonia, and beyond the world itself. It is an alternative Eulonia.
A night sky without the light.
Correct. A kingdom of nothing for a Witch Queen to rule. So the legends go. And it is that Witch Queen that we oppose now through Deathwing. As Lotamon said, there are two main legends of Deathwing in this day. The older one and the modern one. And they both hold an element of truth about them. The older one speaks of a man lost in misadventure.
Parentheses derogatory.
Lost in misadventure, stumbling through lands familiar, then further and beyond. Whereupon at the end he finds a walking and speaking ivory doll that invites him to the Witch Queen's court. The other legend speaks of a man lost to despair. A vision given to a saintly smith who crafts flowers that are Deathwing's bane. The flowers are real, and of those we have custody over too. Well, whereas the rest we will have to rediscover. Find out the ones lost, or,
He thinks for a moment.
and recover the ones stolen.
Do we know about about Deathwing's 11? I believe it's 11 subordinates or 9, however many it was.
12.
12.
12 and
3 groups of 4,
yes.
Yeah, I think the Nightshade said, like, in front of everyone.
That he had accomplices.
Gotcha.
I don't know if he named all of them last session.
I don't think he did. You posted the list.
Did I've got a big? I've got.
I believe he did because we pointed out that we saw those 3 specifically from the list.
Either way, would it be reasonable that we could
Yeah,
get that
he did.
information pretty
Yeah, we
quickly?
know that now.
Yeah. You guys can ask Casimir literally right now.
Hey, Lord
And
Dub.
these stolen flowers, they would be likely in the hands of his accomplices.
I would believe so. That or hidden away elsewhere. But they have more hands than they have flowers. Not all of them would hold one. There's only, I believe, 10 made total. Of which we have 2. 6 were stolen. 2 are lost. Never recovered.
The lost ones. Which flowers are they called after?
They're all based off of oleanders, a
Oh,
plant fittingly toxic to birds. They're rods of metal, and he holds up his hand. They are the size of a palm, affixed to you by a pin. I've seen them. He lowers his hand. I doubt they would do much against his accomplices, but as you all saw and found, they will be necessary to face Deathwing himself.
So, out of game, it reduces the DC from 50 down to, I believe it's 20. Oh no, I want to say it's 23. So it's still fucking hard,
Yeah.
but it's possible.
What was the?
But the other cat, it's a wisdom save. The other catch is when you succeed it, you aren't you're like you everything just washes off of you. There's no lingering. There's no futile cause. None of that shit.
Oh yeah.
You guys have Irina with a +5.
Yep.
Pop
Yeah,
out
it's
some
not
blesses
impossible.
beforehand.
Yeah, it's not impossible. It's just, oh,
Well,
baby.
you'll figure it out.
It is quite hard.
Mm-hmm.
Toss around some Scaldics, some Bardics, some more Scaldic and Bardics.
With how many skulls and bards you guys have, yeah, I mean, you guys could.
Mm-hmm.
You get an inspiration.
You have a flat out Bard?
Eva.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Oh, I didn't do the level ups for the NPC. Oh, I no, I don't care.
It's, yeah, got time.
Yeah, but I'm busy all week. I don't care.
So, that is it.
well,
As for the whereabouts of the Ivory Tower, how Deathwing enters our world, these are still mysteries. But we all heard the 13th bell ring, the witching hour.
I have seen this tower in person.
He looks to you and shakes his head.
That is good for your investigation, but speaks ill of your soul.
Nods. I know.
Is there a...
It is wounded.
What does it mean to see the ivory tower with your own eyes? Why is that bad?
It is not fit for any Eulonian to visit the Witch Queen. She is not our queen.
He thinks for a moment, turns to you.
It would be as if a Sviarian accepting a direct summons to Makar. It is either a perilous summons or a traitorous one.
Oh, it's certainly painful. Felt like black briars constricting around my heart.
A perversion of the Witch Queen, most likely. Evil cannot create. Only corrupt that which is good. So, where do we start? We cannot wait for Deathwing's hour of reckoning to come.
No.
No, we cannot. Tal was following Deathwing, correct? Investigating where he went.
Sort of.
Yeah,
Definitely
wait.
phased out of reality at a certain point after the
Mhm.
bell rung, so like there's no trail to follow there.
Right.
But he was following the entire trail up until that point.
We have a
Just
comrade
occasionally
of
looking
ours.
back like, fucking piss off, dude.
We have a comrade of ours, Tal, who was tracking, air quotes, Deathwing before he disappeared. We'll have to regroup with him, see what he's found, if he's learned anything. Then we make our move. We need to take down these accomplices of Deathwings. Yeah. They have the flowers we need. And then, once our week is up, we'll need a fitting enough battleground. I don't know this nation. I don't know where that would be, though.
The logical conclusion would be near a major city, where defenses are bolstered, and innocents are in the way. He shrugs like, I don't disagree.
Whatever.
But, I don't disagree, but also
They should be
Vital.
bitches.
you're not really. He holds up a hand. I'm not, Aubrey. I'm not. Just running through the traps. She like does a run flick on her face, like, yeah, that's right. You're not suggesting it. That's right. Thought. That prospect Aubrey is right. We cannot take this battered. When with the sound of it, we do not determine the timing fell. Is it not a week? A week and a minute? A week and a day? Note that Deathwing said for every day of their election. If I might, certainly. We have reason to believe that place, that realm, that time in between, we might not be able to bring everyone into such a fight. What do you mean? I am meaning that the Witch Queen and Deathwing wanted us to see the Terror today, wanted people to have the ability to run, to flee for their lives. Their pride has been wounded. Their arrogance might not be their weakness next time. He turns to all of you that aren't Eulonian. Our timekeeper granted us time to deal with Deathwing. Futilely, perhaps, but she had the ability. Speaking of time, facing time, we should not assume it our ally. Bobby just sort of blinks at that. You lost me.
Are you saying we can't wait? We can't rely on a week. What is it called? A week-long deadline.
I believe the courtesy is extended. But when the week is up, we might not have the ability to fight back. Time is theirs. They accelerated 2 hours, one at the beginning of the 13th bell, and one at the end of it. What other time can they accelerate or stop? I'm sorry, he shakes his head. This is conjecture. But I have my worries.
Not
Important to look at all
unfounded.
aspects. So we take things the most important at a time. One thing at a time.
He nods silently.
In that case, I think we should find out where these accomplices would be hiding out. There were 3 here, and 3 nets that kept everyone trapped inside. Kept us from getting reinforcements, kept us from escaping. I guarantee they would try that trick again. Only with denizens of a town. Sitting that down. The problem is, how do we find 12 dark accomplices in the whole of Eulonia?
We're Eulonians. We are our own worst enemy at times. She looks at Caspian. What does the story say? You guys hear Vital scoff under his breath, like,
That may be an avenue.
So, taking it out again. You guys have 12 suspects, 12 accomplices. According to the entire story, the person that would become Deathwing traveled through 3 zones: the mundane, the betwixt, and the beyond, meeting 4 characters at each zone, in each zone. Did I pin this?
I believe you
You
I
said
did
did.
pin it.
I think
Okay.
You did,
I did.
yeah.
I did.
it.
Aubrey is suggesting that maybe not the repeating,